this is your boy Hachabi. I am back once again. I'm back from my 2 month hiatus that I have been on. I finally graduated college. I'm a grad student now, so I finally handle my business. I can finally upload to you guys on a consistent basis now because I have a lot of free time now that I've graduated from college. So I'm happy about that. But I'm happy to discuss this great versus bout that I have. That I have put together to you in this video. I can't wait to dive into it. So now let's dive into this banger versus bout that I have been cooking up for you guys. Today we're going to be going over Beerus, the God of Destruction of Universe 7 versus Juggernaut, one of the powerhouses of, Marvel and then X-Men as well. So yeah, so let's go into it. So as I make my famous walk to my desk, as I whip out my high IQ Giga Chad brain, as I rub my hands together for this banger versus bout that I have been cooking up for you guys, it is time to go over Beerus versus Juggernaut. I've been wanting to do this battle for some time, but I've been busy, but now I can finally do this video that I have been putting out for so long. But now, let's finally dive into Beerus versus Juggernaut. I'll go into their feats and scaling, and then I'll go over who's stronger, who's faster, and then at the end of the video, I'll give my verdict on who do I think is stronger and who will come out on top in this fight. So without further ado, let's dive into this versus bout. I will be going over Beerus' scaling first, so let's get into it. So we know that God Goku and Beerus, they're able to clash. This should be a 5D feat. In the June 23rd V-Jump issue, it states that Super Saiyan God Goku and Beerus take part in the 5th dimensional battle. So like I said, this confirms that Beerus and God Goku were having a battle that was on a 5D scale or issue. They were having a 5th dimensional battle. And then in the Battle of God 2013 data book, it states that Beerus transcends all previous villains and he is in a completely different dimension of power. There is also other material like the Chosenchu 4 that states Beerus transcends dimensions and he is beyond them. And then in Otherworld, being higher dimensional and it transcends dimensions, it goes beyond the concept, or it transcends dimensionality, all that crazy stuff. And then you have Infinite Zamasu goes beyond the Universe 7 macrocosm. This is pretty impressive stuff. So then now let's get into some more impressive stuff and then more impressive shit for the scaling of Dragon Ball in particular. So I believe in original Dragon Ball, Akira Toriyama said Aurelia was too strong for Goku, but we see that Goku in Dragon Ball Super is able to combat Aurelia and is quite comparable to her. We see that Goku was able to react to her and counter her. Now, why this is important is because Beerus will scale above Goku and Aurelia. Now, why Beerus scaling above Aurelia is important is because Aurelia is beyond, or she exists outside the manga and anime. She goes beyond the manga and anime. And Dr. Slump acknowledges and knows about the Dragon Ball anime and manga. So this is very impressive stuff. And then Aurelia is able to fight Toribot, who is Akira Toriyama. And I think this is an outer-versal feat because she's literally fighting the author of Dragon Ball. I think this is just outer-versal because you have other cosmologies like DC and Marvel that they have characters that scale way above Aurelia, and then their authors, just because Aurelia is stronger than Akira Toriyama doesn't mean she's on the same level as an author from Marvel and DC, because they have characters that reside in those cosmology and universes that are outer-versal, higher-versal, boundless scaling. So I think the feat that Aurelia performs is just outer-versal. I don't think it's nothing higher than that. That's just her. I think she's just outer-versal, but you have Goku and Vegeta who've gotten numerous of times stronger. So stronger. So if you guys get what I'm saying. So I think Aurelia, like I said, her feat is an outer-versal feat and nothing higher than that. And then Goku would scale to that level because he's able to combat her. And then this is before Torment of Power, and then Beerus would scale beyond this because Goku at this point is nowhere near Beerus' level of power, right? Then Hit and Suppress Jiren are having this higher dimensional battle, and then the World of Void should be on a higher plane of existence. And then it is stated in the episode 129 preview that Ultra Instinct is a transcendent form. And then Ultra Instinct is stated to be a transcendent form once again by the narrator of the episode. And then Goku and Vegeta get numerous power-ups and get stronger from the Broly movie, the Moral arc, the Granola arc, Superhero. They are still getting numerous of times like stronger, and Beerus still scales above them. So now I'm going to dig deeper into more Beerus's like scaling and his layers of scaling. So Beerus in the Broly light novel is the strongest god of destruction, right? He's able to fight multiple gods of destruction at once. They basically jump Beerus, and Beerus is able to weave them, dodge them. Like it's very much implied Beerus should be the strongest god. He should be the strongest god of destruction. And then, like I said, Beerus should also have Ultra Instinct Sign, but not Mastered Ultra Instinct, but he should have some form of Ultra Instinct Sign. And then he should have his own God of Destruction form similar to Vegeta, so Beerus should be able to amp his base state like Vegeta can, but like he should have the God of Destruction form on a way higher degree and better utilize it than Vegeta. So yeah. So then Beerus states, I forget what chapter this is, but I think Beerus states he is stronger than Goku, and this is a post-superhero Goku. So this will also mean Beerus is stronger than Vegeta as well. So this is very consistent with like Beerus's narrative and his scaling. So yeah, and then so Gohan Beast is able to one-shot MUI Goku, right? Then Gohan Beast is able to easily handle Super Saiyan Broly, who should be stronger than himself from the Broly movie, or at least on par with the Broly that fought Gogeta. So depending on your interpretation, this Super Saiyan Broly should either be on par with himself from the Broly movie, or I personally, my opinion is I think he's stronger since he's been training, so this Super Saiyan Broly should be stronger than himself from the Broly movie. And we see that Gohan Beast is easily able to handle Super Saiyan Broly. Literally throws him around, ragdolls him. Like Gohan is very much implied Gohan is the strongest person there besides like Whis and Beerus, right? Then going into Gohan Beast and Beerus, right? So Gohan Beast should be on the level of Black Frieza based on like the feats that he has performed. I'm not gonna dive too much into Gohan Beast versus Black Frieza. That's another video in itself. But it should be very much implied that Gohan Beast should be on the same level as Black Frieza. Right now, why this is important is that in a V-Jump magazine, it is stated that Beerus should be stronger than Black Frieza because it states Black Frieza is getting closer to the level of a God of Destruction, whereas Goku and Vegeta still have room to grow, and they're still far away from being on the level of a God of Destruction, and Black Frieza is closing in on that, and he's closer to that level than Goku and Vegeta. So I think also from a narrative perspective, this makes sense as well that Beerus is stronger than Goku and Vegeta, Black Frieza, like all these characters, because Beerus is Goku and Vegeta's end goal. Like the whole point of Dragon Ball Super, from like when it started till whenever it ends, is Goku and Vegeta are meant to be Beerus's rivals, right? So I think from a narrative perspective, it makes sense that Beerus is stronger than Goku and Vegeta. I think that's very much like narratively implied, and then it's stated now that Beerus is stronger than Goku and Vegeta. So Beerus should scale above Black Frieza, Gohan Beast, Broly, Goku, Vegeta, and Piccolo. So Beerus, aside from the angels, I would say Beerus should be like the strongest character probably in Dragon Ball Super besides like the angels, like Grand Priest, Zeno, like Whis, like all those characters. Just like gods, when we're including mortals and gods of destruction, like Beerus should be like the strongest like character. Yep. So then then I would say in terms of like attack potency, I would say Beerus should be in the Outer Versal to Outer Versal plus levels of power. I think he should have multiple layers into Outer Versal based on how much he scales above Aurelie, and then how much like Goku and Vegeta have gotten numerous times stronger, and then Beerus just scales way beyond like he's stronger than Goku, Vegeta, like Broly, like Black Frieza, like Beerus should be multiple layers into Outer Versal based on the number of characters that he scales above, and the numerous power jumps that are made from like this is like from pre-Tournament of Power, Tournament of Power, Broly, Moro, Granola, like superhero, and then like current now. So yeah, I think in terms of attack potency, Beerus should have multiple layers into outer versal. So now let's go into speed scaling. So Beerus should scale to infinite Zamasu because infinite Zamasu was going forwards and backwards in time. Like I said, Beerus should scale above infinite Zamasu. This would be an immeasurable speed feat for infinite Zamasu because he's going forwards and backwards in time, and then Beerus will scale above this. And then we see in this guide, it was confirmed that Metacooler and Goku were battling in space beyond time, so this is an immeasurable speed feat. And then Beerus should scale above Cooler like millions to billions of times in terms of speed. So I think in terms of speed, I think Beerus should have higher measurable speed, and you could argue higher, but I'm going to not push the scaling too high. I think Beerus should have higher measurable speed, and we're going to keep it at that. So now let's go into Juggernaut scaling now. So Thor is able to shatter the 9 realms with his power during his battle with the World Serpent. You know, the 9 realms are beyond space, time, dimension, so this would be an outer versal feat for Thor. And then Juggernaut should scale to this feat because Juggernaut is able to swap hands with Thor, and he's able to battle Thor on numerous occasions. Some of the occasions, Juggernaut's actually able to get the better of Thor, and this could be Thor, is holding back a little bit, but the fact that Juggernaut's able to hold his own is very impressive. So Juggernaut should scale to Thor to some degree, in my opinion, because like I said, he's able to battle Thor on numerous occasions, numerous times. He's able to easily hold his own and pressure Thor. And then he also, Juggernaut also pressed Thor's shit to the point where like he also used his God Blast, and Juggernaut tanked it. This is a very impressive feat for Juggernaut, in my opinion, that he's able to tank the God Blast on Thor. That is some crazy shit, in my opinion. So, yep. So good scaling for Juggernaut. So in terms of attack potency, I would say I think Juggernaut is outer versal to outer versal plus. That's where I'd put Juggernaut. Now, when going over speed, Thor is able to casually travel forwards and backwards in time, like whenever he wants to. So this would be easily an immeasurable speed feat for Thor. And then we know Thor can, through fighting, he can amp himself to like an insane degree. So I would say, like, I also think Thor should have immeasurable speed to multiple layers into measurable speed. You can say Thor has higher measurable speed as well. And then Juggernaut will scale to that. So, yep. So now I'm going to give my opinion on this fight. Who do I think will come out on top in this fight? And then first we're going to dive into like attack potency and strength. So I think in terms of attack potency, I think Beerus is slightly higher than Juggernaut, in my opinion. I think Beerus slightly, in terms of attack potency, scales higher than Juggernaut due to how many characters Beerus scales above that are out of versal, and then the numerous power jumps that Goku and Vegeta make, and Beerus is still like stronger, and there still is like a gap between him and them. And in terms of strength, I would say Beerus, I think he scales a little bit higher. In terms of speed, I think Beerus is slightly faster than Juggernaut. Not to the point where like he can blitz Juggernaut, but like I think he's faster than Juggernaut. In terms of durability, I would give it to Juggernaut. I think tanking the God Blast is definitely a more impressive feat, I think, than what Beerus has shown, in my opinion. Also, in terms of like attack potency and strength, I forgot that Beerus can also amp himself because he has his own God Destruction form. So yeah. And then in terms of fight versatility, I would say Beerus, he has more versatility than Juggernaut. And then in terms of skill, I would say Beerus, he's a more skilled combatant. And then intelligence, I would say Beerus is smarter. Juggernaut is basically like a meathead. Like he just rams into stuff. Like he doesn't really think per se. And then in terms of stamina, I would say Juggernaut. I haven't seen Juggernaut ever get tired. And Beerus, even though we haven't seen Beerus get tired, I would still say Juggernaut still has the better stamina. So how do I see this fight going? I think, so Beerus is not Goku. So like, Beerus takes the fight. If Beerus acknowledges you, like you are like a threat, he will like take the fight very seriously. So I think Beerus will instantly try to Hakai Juggernaut. I don't think it would work. I don't think Hakai would work on Juggernaut because he's resisted more powerful foes and people before. I think Beerus would like use I think Beerus would use like his martial arts to like take out Juggernaut, like try to incapacitate him. I think Beerus would use his God Destruction form to amp himself to a degree where he is stronger than Juggernaut, and then I think he would wear Juggernaut down with like some pressure points because like Beerus should be a master martial artist. He should have higher degrees of martial art than Goku. So I think Beerus would pressure point Juggernaut. I think he would try to wear him down, and then I think maybe he would try to throw Juggernaut into space, and that would probably like kill Juggernaut. I think Beerus takes the fight, in my opinion, because I think Beerus is the smarter fighter. I think he'll pick apart Juggernaut because Juggernaut is just dumb. I think, like I said, Beerus, he does take the fight seriously if he acknowledges that you are a threat. So I think Beerus being slightly stronger and faster, and like I said, he's smarter than Juggernaut, like way smarter than Juggernaut. I think he'll use pressure points. I think he'll take Juggernaut apart. I think he'll wear him down, and then I would give the fight to Beerus because I think he skills a little bit higher than Juggernaut. Like I said, I think he'll throw him into outer space, maybe kill him. But I do see Beerus wearing down Juggernaut and taking the fight due to slightly scaling higher than Juggernaut, being a tad bit faster. The more skilled combatant, pressure point Juggernaut, take him down. Like we have seen that Juggernaut can be taken down with like a kick to the leg by the Thing, and then Juggernaut is just completely immobilized. So I think Beerus, like I said, being a more skilled martial art, I think a pressure point Juggernaut, wear him down, and then I think the victory would go to Beerus in my opinion. But hope you guys liked the video. I worked hard on it. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section down below. But yep, so please like, comment, and subscribe. This is your boy Hashai B, and I'm out. Peace.